recording.
Okay, everyone. Maybe some people coming to join in already, but we'll just get started. So come and find yourself down onto your mat. Get into a position that feels right for you today. I just want us to bring ourselves onto a mat in our space. Just being a little bit aware about the way you're connecting into your sit bones. Keeping a little bit warm on this slightly cooler morning. So I've this morning got my hope oil, which I use as my perfume actually, that I'm using it to support my throat as well. And I'm diffusing Adaptive, which is my emotional supportive one. And frankincense is a really lovely oil to use as a natural meditation. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to put that on the back of my neck. What we're going to do is start seated, and I want you to get comfortable and just close in with your eyes. Music might be a little loud this morning. So just sitting, as I say, in a comfortable position, adjusting anything that you need to with the legs out crossed a little looser. Elongate through the spine, ensuring you're sitting comfortably on the sit bones. Hands resting onto the knees, maybe into your lap, maybe with your palms turned up. Just take this time to bring your awareness into the here and the now. And then soften through your face, through your eyes. Relax those muscles into your cheekbones and across the lip and down into the jaw and through your neck. Softening, lifting, being light. And just ask yourself for this moment how it is for you. This particular moment, how are you feeling? How have you turned up onto your mat this morning? Emotionally, mentally and physically, what's happening for you? Become aware of your head space, your heart space, and your physical space, and just ask yourself what it is that you need to get from today's practice. I can feel there's a sense of coolness in the air today. So we'll move through a physical asana practice, but I want you to just become aware of how the body is seated, what's lifting your spirits or pulling them down, how the mind is feeling, and how those emotions are working for you this morning. Just sit quietly for a moment and tune into your breath. Breathe in through your nose. Allow that belly space to fill, expand like a balloon. And then exhale as you feel the belly fall back to your spine. How great thou art, how great thou art, then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. Listening to your breath, become aware of the flow through the body as it circulates from the heart and expands from the lungs and moves all the way around to the body, all the way out to the extremities. I scarce can take it in. Just become aware of the sounds, the vibration, the music. feel how that resonates through your heart space. And then quietly open the eyes, bring your hands into prayer. Join the fingertips, the heel of the hand, feel that connection that you have, and then allow the thumbs or the edge of the thumbs to gently rest towards your heart. Allow the corners of your mouth to turn upward as it lifts you from whatever space that you were in before to a higher space. And just taking a moment to rest your hands down by your side, either sides, as we just now start a moving practice, sliding from one side through to the other. And just gently go from side to side. Just gently take the arm behind the back. And if you're ready, you can choose to extend the arm over your head. I'm going to get warm here, so I'm going to take my cardigan off for today and get ourselves going. So continue, just gently lengthening over, allow the eyes to tuck under the armpit. Aiming to keep your knees drawn down. And then just slowly return when you're ready. You're going to take the hands behind as far back on your mat as they will reach. Allow them to draw inwards towards each other so that you can squeeze the shoulder blades together, lifting into the heart, and allow the eyes to raise to the sky, feeling that beautiful expansion across the heart, into the shoulders, and then just soften as you release. Let the elbows bend, bring the hands in front, draw forward through your knuckles, elbows tuck in with your chin. Feel that extension now across into the other side of the shoulders, topping the shoulder blades. And then soften as you release, just let the hands go down. We're taking a twist, opposite hand to the knee, doesn't matter what side. Other hand behind, sitting up tall, so draw upwards through the midline of the body. Draw down through your shoulders and then just gently allow yourself to turn, being bold with that twist, but be mindful that the body is cool as you exhale and release. Taking it around to the other side. Again, shoulders down, heart is up, spine is in. Breathing. And then soften as you release, come back around. Let's bring those hands in front, soften, and just gently extend forward and down. And quietly roll yourself all the way back up. Nice. Bringing the legs up, straighten out through the legs. Then we bounce on the knees. You're going to cross the other leg in front now. So sitting tall, soften into the shoulders, and let's move forward with those hands again. And then when you're ready, from there, just release, walk the hands all the way back. Let's get moving a little more. Let's swing the legs around. Bring ourselves up onto all fours. So from here, we're going to bring our hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Moving into our cat and cow curl. So you all know this one. We're going to round into the spine, arch into the back. Tuck in with the chin, and then release by taking the tailbone away first. Curling through your spine, allowing that space to open forward as you allow the eyes to draw up. And let's do the reverse. So tailbone in first, curling through the spine, and let the head and the neck follow. And then release, tailbone away. Curling, rounding. And then just one more time, rounding. And release. Beautiful. When you're ready, let's come back to a neutral tabletop position. So just gently draw that belly button in. Lengthen back with your left leg. We're going to start with the left leg a lot today. So lengthen back with that left leg. If you wish, you can raise it just higher than your hip space. And then when you're ready, go to tuck in with the knee, tuck in with the chin. So it's an inhale, out goes the eyes. Exhale to tuck in. Inhale, exhale to tuck in. Let's get the heart pumping, the body warm. Let's do 2 more to the side. And return. If you need to take a rest, feel free to return to the pose of the child. If you're happy to carry straight on, then just gently right leg is out. Exhale. Nice, just keep this going with the right leg. Raising the leg, raising the eyes. Exhale, curling in. 1 more. And return. So let's tuck our toes, sitting back with our weight onto those toes, spreading those toes out, connecting those toes and the ball of the foot into the mat. Soften back, walk the hands back towards your knees. That might be enough for this morning. Let's just lift the knees and then take them back down. Let's do that once more. Raise the knees and back down. Lengthen the arms forward. We're going to set ourselves up for our Ardha Mukha Svanasana. So spread your fingers wide, soften into the shoulders. Gently, when you're ready, lift the knees only an inch from the mat. So keeping strong. And then in your own space, raise hips up. Walk the heels. First time in our Ardha Mukha Svanasana this morning. Let's get a little bit of movement through the calves, behind the knees, into the entire back of the body. So you may like to turn with your head under the armpit as you bend with one knee. And then in your own space, just take a pause. Allow yourself to lift up onto the toes and exhale, release the heels back to the mat. Really focus on the shoulders softening, the chest lengthening back to the thighs. Being broad through your shoulders, soft into the jaw. And then quietly, when you're ready, raise up onto the toes, down onto your knees. Let's come forward. So elbows close to the ribs, sliding forward and through. Let's draw up into our sphinx. So just soften here in our sphinx. Draw down through your shoulders. Elongate through that spine. Lifting into the heart. Being bold, being confident in this position. As you quietly release. Allow those hands to come under the shoulders, elbows back into the ribs again. Draw back into your child's pose. So let's lengthen back. And let's bring the arms back and behind us, unless you need the support under your forehead, in which case you can fold the arms over. If you can, take the arms behind. Allow yourself just to soften. Notice the breath is allowing you to open that space into your lower back. And just feel that softening through your shoulders into the neck space. Let's take our right arm up and the left hand down the mat as you extend and create space from your right fingertips down to your left fingertips. Elongate through the rib cage. And then swapping it over as we take the left arm up, right arm down. And again, lengthen up, draw down through that right arm, up into the left. And then let's bring the right arm up. Let's move back up into your Ardha Mukha Svanasana. So slowly tucking your toes, raising up into the hips. Lengthen back. Feel free to hold the position, walk the heels as you need. Just take a moment to adjust and settle into the position that feels right for you. From there, we're going to gently inhale up onto the toes, swivel those heels over to the right, and just lower the heels down and feel that space open up through the left side of the body.
And then again, when you're ready, we'll inhale, raise up onto the toes, swivel the heels back to center, and then all the way over to the left. So gently encourage that weight back. Again, opening through your ribs. And then when you're ready, inhale up onto the toes, release the heels back. Belly button draws in, legs are straight and as comfortable as they can be. Walking your feet forwards into the hands. So you're going to come forward now to a forward fold. Just relax and dangle. Release that upper body weight. Let it collapse over the thighs. Let the knees remain a little bit soft. Check the space that you've got now between your feet, that it's 2 fist distance apart maybe. And then just relax and dangle with your arms. Allow the weight of that upper body to draw down so you can bring the hands onto each elbow. And that'll just draw the back forward and behind the knees and the thighs up. Let's take a gentle swing. So bringing the upper body forward as you go from one side around to the other. And then slowly, when you're ready, we'll come back to center. Let go with the hands, let the upper body weight dangle forward and down again. And then in your own space, draw the belly in, roll yourself all the way up. Gently rising, raising up through your head and your shoulders last. Sweeping the arms, lengthen upwards, bring the palms together, interlock your fingers, keep the index finger extended. Lengthen, extend and expand, and if it's comfortable, we'll move into a small back extension by lengthening back through the arms, through the upper body, squeezing the thighs, the buttocks, and then as you release, you gently drop up. Bring the head back to center, soften the shoulders. Let go of the hands and float the arms. Just gently float the arms down. Let them become weightless. Nice and light. And then let's move. Let's get a little bit of movement again into the shoulders. Let's get broad, let's get wide. Circle it around. And then when you're ready, we'll step those feet a little bit further apart. Let's swing the arms forward and back. You guys love this. I love this. Let's get that movement. The shoulder blades sliding past each other. Let's spin the arms, and if you wish, let's swing them all the way around. Remember the freestyle and backstroke combination. And we'll go into the other direction. So we'll swing that way. And just gently when you're ready, we'll release. Let the arms spin around the body. So let's move away from the wall. Let's just gently swing the arms around. Let's keep the feet stationary, the hips square now. Squeeze into the spine by swinging those arms around. And then when you're ready, just come back to center. And bring the arms slowly down. So in your own space, just relax. Come back to your hip width apart with your feet. Soften into your shoulders. Feel that length, feel that freedom and warmth. Let's move into a flow. So if you want to come a little bit further forward so that you've got a big distance behind you, remember we're going to start with our left leg today. So we're going to sweep the arms up, lengthen up. Exhale, folding at the hips, fold all the way down. Inhale, raise the eyes, so you can choose to have your hands to your shins. Exhale, fold forward. Left leg steps back today. So nice deep lunge, soften into the shoulders. Allow yourself to draw forward. Let's release that left knee to the floor. So keep the toes tucked with that left leg. Raise up into the arms. Soften the shoulders. Feel that space lengthen forward as you open through that left hip flexor, creating that length. Soften. Take the twist with your left hand to the right knee, right hand behind.
Exhaling to twist a little more. And then gently release as you come all the way around. Hands either side of that right foot, step up with that left knee, slide back into your plank. Soften, draw down. Belly button is drawn in, heels draw back. We're going to raise up, straight up into our Adho Mukha Shavasana. So hips up, all the way back. Nice and long. Let's keep it simple to begin. So let's extend back through the left leg. Keep your hips square to the floor. Just pause here for a breath. Inhale, raise up onto the right foot, eyes draw forward, and then step through with that left foot. Soften into the shoulders. Let's raise into the left arm. And then slowly float down with that left hand. Step forward with your right foot. Eyes into the knee. Inhale, raise the eyes. Exhale. Rolling up. Sweeping the arms. Small back extension if it's comfortable. Inhale up. Hinge at the hips. Fold all the way down again. Inhale, raise the eyes. Exhale, fold forward. Right leg this time. So the right leg slides back. Pause as you draw the eyes forward. And when you're ready, soften down with that right knee. Raise up into the arms. Soften the shoulders. Good. Lengthen upwards. Be tall, be proud. And then take the twist. Right hand to the left knee. Left hand behind. Allow that breath to really expand and open you out to the left. Coming back around to the front. Hands down either side of that left foot. Raise with your right knee. Slide back into your plank. Soft through the shoulders. Belly buttons and heels draw back. Let's raise up into your Adho Mukha Shavasana. Hips draw back. Good. Again, it's just a nice short round this one. Raise through the right leg. Into your three-legged dog. And we draw the eyes forward, lift up onto the left toes, eyes draw forward, step through that right foot. We're raising into that right arm. As you release that right arm to the floor, step forward with your left foot, eyes into the knees. Inhale, raise the eyes. Exhale, pull forward. Then roll up through your spine. Sweeping the arms, you're going to raise, lengthen, small back extension, palms together. Exhale up, release down to prayer. Breathe. Close with your eyes and just settle. Observe how that feels for you for your first round. Acknowledge what's happened through your mind, through your body. Are you becoming more present to your space on your mat? Are you achieving what it is you would like to get out of today's practice? Let's stay focused on that desire, that need for your mind and body today. And let's keep the movement going. So let's raise, open with the eyes and raise with the arms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, raise the eyes. Exhale, fold forward. Left leg steps back. Good. Let's take the left knee down. Raise up into the arms. Soften the shoulders. Let's take a twist. Left hand to the right knee, right hand behind. Let's unwind. Let's bring the hands down. Lift with the left knee. Slide back into your plank. We're going to come down this round. So down onto the knees, forward chest, inhale, forward through. Feel free to come to your Sphinx or your baby cobra. Or if you're ready, the body is warm, you can draw up with the hands under the shoulders, soften down. Gently release. Raise up, tuck your toes, lengthen, hips up. Breathe. This is where we take the left leg, extend it up to the sky. Raise up. If you're comfortable, you can stack those hips on top of each other. Lengthen upwards. Up onto the right toes, eyes draw forward, step through the left foot, soften. Raise into the left arm. And then gently release. Stepping forward with your right foot, eyes into the knees. Inhale, raise the eyes. Exhale, come forward. Rolling up, sweeping the arms, raising. And exhale. Release. Inhale up. Exhale, I was going to fold forward straight from that. Sorry about that. Inhale, raise. Exhale down.
Right leg steps back. Extend back the right knee, down to the floor, raising up into the arms, soften the shoulders. Take the twist, right hand to the left knee, left hand behind. Come back to center. Let's lift with the right knee, slide back to your plank. This time down onto your knees, your chest, inhale forward and through. Sphinx, cobra, whichever position feels right at this moment. Release. Up onto the knees, tuck the toes, raise up into the hips. Breathe. Right leg extends upward. Open up with your right hip if you like, otherwise keep the hips square to the mat. Lengthen, be bold. Up onto the left toes, eyes draw forward, step through that right foot. Let's take the right arm up to the sky. Slowly release that right arm down, stepping forward with your left foot, eyes to the knees. Inhale, exhale. Raising up, sweeping the arms, lengthening up, palms together, hands into prayer. Just gently pause as you take breaths. So slowly coming down, hands into prayer, soften into the eyes. Breathe. So when you're ready, just slowly raise up into the arms again. Inhale up, exhale, fold forward. Inhale the eyes, exhale, fold forward. Left leg steps back. Let's stay up with that left knee this time. Let's raise up. Let's soften the shoulders. Instead of taking the hands to the knees, you're going to lengthen forward with the left arm. Extend back with the right. And if you can, you're going to look towards that right extended arm. So the right knee is bent. You're lengthening the arms out. And then sweep the arms up and over, hands either side of that right foot. Slide back into your plank. Release down onto your knees, your chest or your chaturanga if you're ready this morning. Inhale forward and through. Soften the shoulders. And then gently release. Slowly coming up. Tucking the toes, raising up into the hips. Breathe. So this time we are lengthening the left leg up to the sky. Open up with that left hip, release the heel to the buttocks. Taking that left heel as far back as you feel comfortable. Extending it back. Coming all the way up. We're going into our pigeon. So we're going to draw that left knee forward. Bringing the left knee between the hands. Soften that right leg back. Let's pause here as you lift up. Soften into the shoulders. Could be good. This is a good time to rest, hey? So when you're ready, we're just gently going to come all the way down. So soften and feel free to just gently lengthen from side to side. We're going to extend back with that right leg just a smidgen more, and then place as the right sole of the foot is facing upward. Boys, volume. Let's place the sole of the foot upward, and you're going to just gently encourage the toes into the floor by lifting the right knee. Good, so you're lengthening back with that right leg as much as you can, feeling that space open up through the quad, the hip flexor, not just of the right leg, but certainly down through the left thigh. Not just the right thigh, but the left. My goodness. You've got your left thigh forward and your right leg back. Can you whisper then? And then slowly, you're recorded, that's all. Soften the shoulders as you lift back up, tucking your toes. Let's raise back with your hips. Gently walk the heels. Raising. Good, good. This time we're going to take that left leg to the sky just so that we can now step forward and through. So lifting up onto the right toe, step forward with the left leg. Left arm raises to the sky. Take that twist. Release back down. Step forward with the right foot. Eyes are to the knees. Inhale, raise the eyes. Exhale, forward. Slowly roll up. Lengthen, and you're going to come all the way down, floating back down. Inhale, and exhale. Right leg steps back this time. Good, good. So we're slowly going to keep that right leg where it is and raise all the way up. Soften into the shoulders. This time you're going to draw forward with the right arm, left arm extends back. And you can choose now if you want to take that left arm with the head following it back, or if you're comfortable keeping it forward so the knees bend, extend back. And then we'll cartwheel the arms all the way over either side of the left foot, slide back into your plank, down into chaturanga or knees, chest forward and through, slowly coming forward, soften. And then gently raise. Belly button draws in. Soften and raise up with the hips. Raise up with your right foot. And then release that right heel back to the buttocks and gently draw over that right heel. All the way over. Nice. And as you lengthen back up, we're going to move forward and through into our pigeon. So swing that right knee through. Left leg extends back, create that space, sitting up tall, soften into the shoulders, and then allow yourself just to release down onto the forearms. So now this is the time in which we extend back with that left leg. That sole of that left foot is upwards. So we now gently encourage the top of the foot, of that left foot into the mat and lift with that left knee. And it's only a few mils, might be a centimetre or two, so just take your time. And you may find just a gentle rocking forward and back. And then just gently release with that left knee back down to the floor. And then walking your hands back towards that right knee, sitting up tall, soften into the shoulders, tucking that left toe back under, and raising back up into the hips, into your downward dog. Gently hold the position. We're now going to take that right leg up to the sky. Left foot lifts up. Step forward with your right foot. Raise up into the right arm. Slowly float hand back down. Step forward with your left foot. Eyes to the knees. Inhale, raise the eyes. Exhale, fall forward. And then roll back up. Curling all the way. Sweeping the arms. Raising, lengthening up, and palms into prayer. So just come back into your prayer. Just settle down through your shoulders. Again, let's close in with our eyes. Let's settle with the mind, with the breath. And just gently allow that space to come through your feet. The legs are long, the body is soft. Just observe how that was working for you. And when you're ready, opening with your eyes so that you can now focus on somewhere directly in front of you. Keeping that eye gaze as you lengthen outwards. Let's take our weight onto the left foot. As we pick up with our right knee, you're going to draw that right knee right in towards the body. Extend and open into the hips. And just in your own time, we'll release. Take that right leg down, bring the hands back to prayer. Taking the weight onto the right foot. And then picking up with our left knee. Holding around the left knee. Squeezing it in. And then just gently release as you take that left leg back down. We're going to do the reverse. We're going to take the leg behind us this time. So taking the weight over to the left foot and take the right leg behind us, holding on to the foot and the ankle of that right leg. So now just take that left arm down. Make sure knees are towards each other, so thighs are down next to each other, your hips are drawn forward. Either the left arm down or the right arm extends up. Can we transition from this position to bringing that knee straight up to the chest? So let go with the right hand. Let's bring the knee up. Squeeze it into the chest. And then just gently release by taking it all the way down. And I did let my concentration wander there. So let's take the weight again to the right foot. And let's take the left hand to hold on to the left foot behind us. Taking that right arm down, drawing that belly in, knees are together, thighs are together. Raise through that right arm, lengthen upwards through the right arm. And then just when you're ready, we're going to let go of the left foot, bring it up, bring the hands around that left knee, squeezing it in. And then release, coming all the way back down, hands into prayer. So let's work on just a little bit stronger. Taking our weight onto the left foot. Let's pick up with our right foot, slide up with that left arm. Moving into your cosmic dancer from here. So you're going to hinge at the hips and just lengthen forward. Taking that left arm forward, drawing back with the right foot. And whisper. Bending and pushing that foot into the hands so you extend forward. And then slowly allow yourself to release as you come down. And just come back into prayer. There's lots of things going on in my house today. It's making my focus and concentration very off. So we're going to slowly take the weight to the right foot. Lengthen the left hand leg behind you, raise it up into the right arm. And then when you're ready, you'll hinge at the hips, extend forward with the right arm. Lengthen back with your left foot, pushing that foot into the hand and extending and growing, being long into the spine, soft into the shoulders, long into the neck. Coming as far forward as it feels right for you. It does not need to be all the way so that the body is parallel to the floor, just whatever feels right. And then you can relax in your own time and let go. Bring the hands back to prayer. And just breathe. So let's take our feet a little bit wider. Let's raise the arms up above our head. Let's hold on to the elbows. Let's lift up through the ribs. Open and expand. And then bringing the knees back in, bending in the knees, folding forward like a ragdoll, releasing with your arms. So you really have allowed the buttocks to sit back, the weight to hang forward. And then from there, we're just slowly going to take the hands to the floor. You're going to step your feet back with the left foot and then with the right into your plank. Soften into the shoulders again. Raise up into the hips. And then step your feet 1 foot distance further forward from where the toes are. So just where are the toes where you put the heel? Soften into your shoulders. Let's take that right hand onto the left leg and then take a twist by taking that left, the gaze under the left arm. And then slowly release. And then take the left hand onto the right leg. Looking under the right arm. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly come back to center. Lift up onto the toes, down onto your knees. And you're going to take rest with the knees being wide this time and sitting the buttocks back towards your heels. Gently just fold the arms over and allow yourself to sink with the buttocks back, belly hanging between the thighs.
Yeah.
So when you're ready, just slowly draw yourself up.
so that you can come, bringing your knees in, come up onto your knees. So we're moving just into our camel today, expanding into our back. So you're going to be on your knees with your knees hip width apart. Tuck your toes so that your toes have connection into the earth. The hands can then come onto the lower back, and that can encourage those hips to draw forward so that space to open up into the hip flexors. So as you allow your hips to draw forward, then squeeze into the thighs, into the buttocks, and as you soften into the shoulders, we're working to the left side first, so taking that left hand down, and that might be your point of comfort for today, or otherwise you can take that right hand up to the sky, squeezing through the hips, the buttocks, lengthening, strengthening the back, the chest, the shoulders, and then just release with that right hand, and then support back with your left. Place the soles of the feet to the sky, curl around into pose of the child. So just sinking back, tapping the hands onto the spine. And then just quietly, when you're ready, rolling back up. So curling all the way back up again. Keeping the knees under the hips, tucking your toes, hands onto the lower back. Gently drawing forward through your hips, squeezing the buttocks, thighs. Shoulders are softened down, elbows are towards each other as best they can be. And then you can release with your right hand down towards your right heel. Maybe that's enough for today. If you can't quite reach, feel free just to take your hands a little further down your buttocks or your thighs. And then you may like to take your left leg down up to the sky. And then slowly soften as you release. Support the back, left hand, right hand, and curl yourself around. Just gently folding down. So just in your own space, you're going to lengthen forward into your arms. Gently turn the palms upward, elbows come together. Sit the buttocks back towards the heels and expand and open into the shoulder blades. Flip the hands back over, spread the hands wide, lift up onto the knuckles. Up onto the fingertips, rolling forward into the knuckles. Breathe. Soften and release the hands back down to the floor. Inhale, raise up, tucking the toes, and gently raise back up into your downward dog. From here, we're going to come down onto the floor. I know that sounds funny to come up to come down, but we're going to gently bend our right leg as we step it to the outside of that right hand, and then bend your left knee, stepping it to the outside of that left hand. You're going to lower down with your hips, bring your hands together. Doesn't matter how far you can lower down, it really doesn't matter at all. You're just going to pause here into what's called the Malasana, however challenging that may be for you at this moment. Hands are together, elbows are out, gently drawing inwards with the hands, and then slowly release. Hey Benjamin Reed, could I get you here just for me, please? And lengthen out with the legs. And just gently lengthen the legs out. Keep going, maybe just the last 15 minutes. So soften down with the legs. Sorry, the voice isn't working, that's very noisy. So lift the flesh from your sit bones, draw forward through your feet, raising up. We're going to lengthen up into the arms, hinging at the hips, extend forward, soften down through those shoulders. Gently draw forward. Breathe. We're going to add a twist while we're in this position. So you're going to take your right hand to the outside of that left leg, wherever you can reach, whether it's along the knee, the calf, the ankle, the foot, whatever it is. And then you're going to lift up with the upper body and allow it to twist around to the left before you gently come on back down again. So just breathing, and you may turn your eyes out to the left. Some people like to have their hand onto their lower back. Maybe it's further out. Wherever you rest it is absolutely fine. Then you're going to lift up and come back to center. So hands are forward. Soften again wherever you can reach with the hands under the knees, the calves, the thighs, the feet, gently drawing forward. And then take a twist. So you're now gently going to lift up with the upper body, take that left hand to the right side, right hand behind, lifting upwards to then draw yourself back down again. Breathing. And then slowly breathe. Gently raise back up, come back to center, and allow the head just gently rest on, and then roll back up through your spine. Moving and easing. Bouncing in at the knees. Bending into the knees, softening into the shoulders, gently drawing back onto the sit bones. You know this one, lifting up into your Navasana, your boat pose. So you can stay holding onto the feet. Maybe as you lengthen up into the legs, you can hold around the calves, whatever you feel most comfortable. Or, if you wish, you can let go of the hands from the legs. Lengthen up as best you can so you tall through the upper body, shoulders are softened down, the legs are out long, arms are out long, the legs will probably shake, and then just gently release, bending at the knees, wrapping the arms. Inhale up, exhale, curl around the spine. Let's just sit forward by bringing the soles of the feet together, opening into the inner thigh, so you can draw them in towards your pelvis as close as you like. Soften into the shoulders. And let's just move into a gentle fluttering of those knees and inner thighs. Starting to calm and quieten through the body. And then when you're ready, we'll bring those elbows or forearms onto the calves or shins and just gently draw yourself forward. Great. And then release in your own space. So let's work on our back now. A little bit of strength into the core. So bring yourself forward so that you've got enough room to roll yourself down. You can either roll down by curling in with the chin, curling in through the spine and rolling back, or if you wish to lower yourself onto your elbows and then come down, do so. So as you come down, let's bring your knees in towards your chest. Gently drawing them inwards. So let's work the strength in the core. So let's take the knees out 90 degrees. Arms are down by your side or maybe under the lump curve of your spine with enough pressure onto the back of the hands, whatever way works for you. Tapping, so it's just one foot to the floor and back up. Tap the other foot down and back up. The other one down and back up. You keep going at your pace. If you wish to move a little slower, a little quicker, then do so. As most of you are probably quite practiced at this, we can start by taking the legs straight, even if they're both legs are straight, one at a time, or you may like to work both legs at the same time, either knees bent or legs straight. Totally up to you. Let's work with the breath. So it's an exhale. Inhale up. Exhale as the leg goes down. Inhale up. Let's just do one more to either side. And then when you're ready, if you're doing two, that's fine. Just take your feet down, lengthen out with your legs, one at a time. Reach up into the arms. Create that space as best you can from your toes up into the arms. Lengthen outwards. Be as long and as bold as you can. And just soften and release. Bring the arms back over your head and down by your side. Nice. So let's bend into your knees. Let's keep the arms down by your side, feet are hip width apart, knees are bent. We're slowly going to lift with our head, keeping our chin tucked in. We're going to reach one hand to one foot, back to centre, and reach it round to the other side, back to centre. Reaching it round, back to centre, reaching it round, back to centre. So alternating side to side. I'm just going to do 2 more to either side. Last one to either side. Take that head back down to the floor. Lengthen out the legs, reach up with the arms, create space again. Just a quick wee stretch in between. And then this time bending into the knees. Interlock your hands, bring the hands under the head. So just taking the head from the floor a matter of a millimetre or 2. So that you've got weight into the hands. Elbows are wide. Let's tilt into the pelvis, so flatten into the back. Let's curl the shoulder to the opposite knee. So it's just the shoulder. Try not to curl inwards with your elbow. So the chin tucks in, angle forward with your shoulder. Try to keep those elbows as wide as you can. Let's work a little stronger for those who wish. Opposite knee can reach in towards the opposite shoulder. And then if you wish to work a little stronger again, keep going from side to side. You may like to have both feet off the mat, just for that little bit of extra strength. Just see where your body is at, what you're capable of today, and what your physical capabilities are in general. Be nice to your spine, you're strengthening your core. And not using your back as a lever. So let's keep going, let's aim for another 4 to either side. 1. It's 2 for me, I've got 2 to go. I even lost count, I was only counting to 4. It's just a release. Slowly taking the legs out. Reach up into the arms. When have we thought about how tired my core was feeling? And then I forgot where I was up to. Oh, that's terrible. Reaching up into the arms. Lengthen down into the legs. And then release with the arms. Bring the knees again back in towards the body. So hugging the knees in towards the chest. Just rounding into the spine, tucking it in with your chin. And then just slowly in your own space. So you're going to take those knees out nice and wide. And we're going to flip the soles of the feet to the sky. Soften down into those knees. And just gently draw the knees right out to the side of the body. And moving into your little happy ender. Now what I wanted to finish with today, for anyone that wishes, this is purely your own practice, and I would rather do this so that I can see you and help you. So if you feel comfortable enough doing this, by all means do. If not, feel free to move straight into relaxation. I would like to offer the shoulder stand for those who are familiar and would like to practice it. I've kept these classes fairly generic over the last few weeks just because I can't see what you're doing, and it is really important to get these practices right and be aware of your mind and body. So if you would like to work into the shoulder stand, let's do it together. If you would rather stop at any point, then do so. So let's start with the arms down by our side. Let's lift the legs straight up to the sky. You're going to keep your chin tucked in. Your eyes are going to look over the legs all the time. So we're going to gently push with our hands into the floor and rock our legs over our head. That might be enough for you to work a little bit of strength into your core. But if you wish, you can then lift yourself all the way over, bringing your hands onto your lower back. Now that might be comfortable and enough for today. Each time we move on, we'll get a little bit further up. So walk your hands further down your back so that you can then start to lift up with the legs Walking those elbows as close together as you can down your spine, lengthening upwards with your legs as best you can. Breathing. If it's too strong for you through your throat, your thyroid, your neck space, then by all means just come on down. And if you choose to move into a scissors position by taking the legs over the head, then do so. Breathe. If you have chosen to come down into relaxation, then move into a position that feels right for you. So just holding your shoulder stand for as long as it feels right for you. Coming on down at any stage is absolutely fine. Just slowly breathing, holding, returning to your lying position in your own space. So what I'd like to do just for the last few minutes is just move ourselves into a comfortable position. So in your own time, come on out of your shoulder stand if you did come up. You may like to lay flat just for a moment and even stretch out into the arms. Create that length through your arms, your shoulders, your head. And then just release with your arms back down by your side. So settle into a position that feels right for you. I'm just going to grab my cardigan and put it back on. It's cool lying on my floor. So quietly choose your position that feels right for you. Close in with your eyes and observe that you've softened through your facial muscles, through your neck, your shoulders. Become aware of the parts of the body that are connecting into the mantle, the earth beneath. Rest quietly through your breathing rate, your heart rate, through the abdomen, your core, and relax into the legs and into the feet. So just as you are there, just observe the breath and how it's working for you at this moment. The belly expanding as fully as you can allow it. Letting it just soften and settle. Noticing with each exhalation that you're releasing anything that you are holding on to in your body and mind, and letting it be as soft and as relaxed as you can be. Allowing the weight of the earth to support you as the body sinks into your mat, melting away any tension or stress that you may have harbored through your body. Quietly allowing the noise of the bowl to vibrate through your every being, becoming peaceful, relaxed and serene. And then quietly taking your time to just gently move with your body in a very supportive and relaxed way, twinkling with your fingers, wiggling with your toes, and doing just what you need to so that you can reawaken, bring senses and awareness back to the here and the now, and just gently draw yourself onto your sides and then gently up into a comfortable seated position. When you're there, returning your hands into a prayer. Fingertips lightly touched, heel of the hand touched, edges of your thumbs against the heart space. Acknowledging how you're feeling now at this moment compared to when you started the class. Observing what's changed or what's altered for you in this practice. And again, taking a moment to be ever grateful for being here today, for taking this hour out of your time, your day, your life, to be present on your mat. For that, I'm truly grateful. Namaste. Thank you all, my beautiful yogis, for turning up this Sunday morning.